My name's Rex Lockman. I'm the Wildlife and Range Specialist with the Laramie County Conservation District, and I'm here to talk about wildlife habitat on the Adams property and some of the wildlife that use this area. This area is primarily used by elk and moose on their property. There are deer and antelope and some other wildlife as well. Some of the important aspects of this property for elk and moose are the riparian areas down through the bottom over here. They have natural springs coming down through here. Another nice aspect about the property is this heavy conifer stand over here that provides shade in the summer and then also provides thermal protection in the winter. They can get out of the snow and whatnot. Down here we have the aspen stand that also is very beneficial to the wildlife, and we'll see later some of the damage that wildlife actually do to it, but also it'll benefit wildlife in providing shady areas, and then also there's usually a lot more forage down there for the especially elk to use in those areas. Wildlife damage can be occurrence when you have a property like this, and you're going to have to expect some of that wildlife damage to happen. You move into their area, and if you like the wildlife, it's going to happen. And one of the signs here is elk have been chewing on the aspen, primarily elk. They do have moose in the area that will do it as well. You can see some of the damage on this aspen here. On the side, some fresh damage. Here, there's older damage that is actually healing up on the aspen. Now this is very common. You'll see this in a lot of aspen stands if there's elk in the area. And actually, a lot of times aspen will heal up from it and recover depending upon how bad the damage is. We were talking about the heavy, thick conifer stands being good wildlife habitat. Sometimes it is also beneficial as an improvement type project for this is to go in and thin the heavy conifer stands to reduce the competition, let the better, more mature trees grow better. When we are thinning, we do want to think about leaving some of the bigger or dead trees as snags for wildlife habitat for like birds and whatnot. In the background here we can see a big, large old ponderosa, dead ponderosa pine that is excellent for bird perches and also create cavities for bird nests and bird homes. For the Adams property, we're going to be developing a management plan for the whole property, which will include such things as weed management, looking at some of the aspen stands and some of the conifer stands to help improve both the aspen and the conifer stands. One of the problems in the conifer stands is the mountain pine beetle, and as you can see in the background here, we already got quite a few dead trees, the ponderosa pine and lodgepole pine, that are being affected by the mountain pine beetle. And you get a lot of negative aspect about the mountain pine beetle being such a bad thing. You see all these dead trees, but in another sense, it's going to help wildlife habitat as well by opening up some of these areas that have been enclosed in conifers for many years.